Come, hear the tale of our ragtag crew, brought together upon a mysterious island by fate. They have lost, they have won, and now, alongside a rebel faction, the truth on the wind, they fight against the evil Eterines. Behind it all, an alien being of immeasurable power begins to rise once again. As the land grows cold, our party stands as a light in the darkness. Now, welcome to the Swordcast Adventures.
Before continuing deeper, Amelia decided to do a spot of magic. It was fascinating. It involved the raising of bones in the air. I believe it was an augury of some kind. It was rather abstract, the assistance provided, but after talking with the bear spirit, Grimtuck, then learned not much more, so we pressed on anyways. We found ourselves before a large pit. There were vines and vegetation that permitted passage down, and we climbed our way down. It reeked. Upon the next ledge, it smelled of corpses, rotting corpses, a smell I won't forget anytime soon. There's bioluminescence everywhere, and, well, suddenly we were attacked by this large, disgusting, bulbous flower of corpses. You could see them right there in the body. We fought them. It incapacitated Metolius and Amelia. It had these other flower friends. They had these 3 flowers, and, well, it was nasty. But we did win. We carried on, and we headed down yet another level, more vines, and found ourselves before a bunch of spikes, like a pit trap. I don't know who would put it down here, but picking our way through the pit trap carefully, we found ourselves upon some sort of encampment. There's even an altar.
You all find yourself here as Grimtuck leapt wildly over this wall of spikes, and Eldur and Metolius kind of shuffled through. The quiet and calm of this room was broken by a hail of javelins all flying towards Grimtuck. Basically, Metolius and Elduin had just made it through as the javelins started flying towards your barbarian friend, which I'm going to make attacks for.
Which direction are they coming from?
They are coming from the east.
DM?
Towards you to the west, yes.
For my feral instinct, it says, if you are surprised at the beginning of combat and aren't incapacitated, you can act normally on your first turn, but only if you enter a rage before doing anything else on that turn. So I would ask, if people are attacking me, can we roll initiative so I can try and pop a rage boner and reduce some of this damage by vis-a-vis using my feral instinct skill? That's, to my understanding, how it's designed. That if I get someone tries to front on me, I get to roll initiative with them, and then I have to rage on that first turn, though.
Okay.
Which, newsflash, I'm super about that.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, by all rights, you're all going to have to now roll initiative, so it's not that far out of the form of it. So yeah, go for it. Roll initiative.
I just figured with the surprise round and all, normally
I don't think that's how that is meant to work.
That's how surprise rounds work, is that everybody rolls initiative, and then whoever's surprised just doesn't get to go that first round.
Yeah, that is technically true.
Okay, I misunderstood what you were saying then.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause that is how it works. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I just misunderstood what you were saying then.
Woo! All right, I got a 16.16 and a 20.16. I will take the 20.16.
I got a 25.
19 for Rain.
But 4 of us will not go on the first turn. Just
Right,
Yes.
right.
As this hail of javelins start to fly in your direction, you may make your turn.
Okay, I'm definitely going to rage as hard as I can. And do I have any idea where these fucking things came from?
The east.
Okay. Then I will, but I can't see shit. Like, I don't know who chucked them all at me.
Not yet.
Oh my god. Okay. I will run to the east. I'm going to try and, like, do the one-handed leap over this altar thing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Do I see anything yet?
Hold up. First off, don't go too far before
Okay.
anything happens. Primal instincts.
Yes, sir.
I just want
Feral
to...
instincts. Feral instincts.
So you make it about... I would say you make it here before the firelight from this spit roasting boar illuminates. I'm going to show you what you see. You see all these individuals lit up by firelight. You're doing a decent job at keeping out of sight, but now that you like kind of run around, you see that you can pick them out, especially with your like super keen eyesight. You can pick them out from their hiding spots. All of them kind of alight from the few motes of light, and as well as the sunlight still streaming in from the areas over here. And here, there is some sunlight actually coming in from cracks in the wall near the ceiling. So you kind of get from both sides, and their form is illuminated. They blended in quite well prior, but now that you make it over here, so you see this group of individuals.
All right. Well, then I will rage, obviously, because that is a whole bunch of dudes. That is a lot of dudes. Are those minotaurs behind them?
Okay, you would have raged effectively here, just so you know. That would have been your first action. Your bonus action.
Yeah, bonus action. Correct. So
Then you
I
jump
will-
over. So are you running through the fire that's right here?
I could jump over the fire. I get to, like, with Tasha's, thankfully, I can move my entire speed plus half of my total speed on my first turn when I rage. So I got a fuck ton of movement. Like, I could run
Okay.
a lap around this throne and then make it to him, but it's just more dynamic if I do it this way.
No worries. So with the two jumps, so there is a wall here, because you went straight through. There's a wall here, and there's the pig here. On the throne, you were kind of, or like the structure you were standing in front of that you had jumped over, as well as the pig you're jumping over. You'll be leaping over them, so we'll cut a bit of movement out of that. That
Cool.
doesn't mean
Or-
you still can't run laps, but I'm just making it clear that you have a little less movement than you think by the jumping fiascos. Okay, but you make
I
it
will
here.
use whatever part of my 60 feet that you need me to use to get to these jerks.
Okay, you make it here and you find a large, kind of gruff, very hairy individual, almost like a beast man holding, well, looking like this. Fur all over, very goblin-like in the facial features, but much larger and much more malicious looking. No greens, all fur, almost bear-like, some would say. You can roll a nature check for me. There is also this individual behind him, not with the creature in the picture that I show you, but everything else is there. These are the ones with the horns.
Those guys are tight.
All of them look like bugbears of one variety or another.
And would I know whether or not bugbears can be entreated with, or whether or not bugbears are pieces of shit?
With a nature check of 19, I would say they are not absolute idiots, but they're also very angry, very malicious, and at the moment, you're jumping on them like a motherfucker and running up on them. So
Okay.
that's up to you, my friend. And
All
you're
right,
raging.
well, yep, and I'm raging. So I think I'm just going to run up on him and hit him with my Pyre Maul. So I'm just going to run up on him and be like, "Ha, motherfucker! You fucking missed me!" And then I'm just going to run up and angrily smash. I am not reckless attacking
Okay.
this guy, because I'm going to be surrounded by a bunch of dudes real shortly here. So I am just going to hit this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll feel
Also,
him
being
out.
that this is all happening and you actually moved before all of them,
Uh-huh.
my retcon is you caught the glint of the javelin and you jumped over the side to figure out what it was.
Sweet.
Makes sense? Because they haven't even been able to throw them yet, effectively.
Yep, I'm into it.
Okay.
He reached for a javelin.
I get a pyre maul to the face. Got
Kapow!
it. Kapow!
It does a, wow. What, does a 17 hit?
17 does.
For 2d6. Yeah, okay, that's good. 19, 20, 21, 22 damage.
So a devastating smash of your maul against this creature's side, you hear the sickening crack of bones. And he just bleats out this roar that sounds something just purely animalistic in pain and agony.
Well, I better bring the pain once more, if at
Okay.
all possible. That is an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
18, 19, 20, 21 damage as I just give him the backhand.
And the business as you kind of like swing out and crack in, and then you just backhand him with the pyre maul. So you just like flat end, just crack, and you hear the sound of a, as you just see his neck jerk forward and then loose itself against the side of his chest, as it is obviously now completely severed, and he is no more.
I think with the fire backlighting me, I'm just going to try and swell up and make myself look even bigger and just give him a fucking loud triumphant yell just to the rest of them. Ah! And that's my turn.
Okay, that is your turn. As you finish your round, you all hear this happen. You hear this scream of some animal, as far as you can tell. It sounds guttural and deep, and then you hear this sickening crack, and then you hear the roar of Griptuck. That's nothing new. You've heard it before.
Yeah.
So, in turn, 3 of these individuals to your side run up and away from you, Grimtuck, but seemingly towards the people that were behind you, and another runs up on you. Hefting a Morning Star, he just like charges, long, lanky arms whipping in the breeze. He tries to crash it down on you with a 15.
That does not hit.
He slams it down, but you're able to thrust the pyre maul up. You catch the staff of his Morning Star against yours with a clang. As Elduin and Metolius do make their way through the spikes, these 3 individuals find them as they exit and take javelins in hand and toss them towards them. That is Elduin first. That is a 17 to hit you.
No.
Metolius second. That is a 10. Dope.
That will not hit.
And finally, another Elduin with a 21.
Yeah, that'll do.
Also, I like this scenario a lot more when Grimtuck was getting 10 javelins.
Oh, I bet. But
I'd just like to say.
Elduin. So Metolius and Elduin, you see 3 javelins fly out of the darkness towards the east where Grimtuck has run. They fly over 2 of them. Elduin, you just step aside as the javelin sticks into the ground. And Metolius, easily slap it out of the air with your shield. Elduin, you don't notice as the last one kind of skims across your shoulder and as it digs deep into your skin.
It's all pointy and Barbie.
It's not
Get better
fun.
reflexes, bro.
We move to Amelia.
How much damage did I take, DM?
You took 11 points of damage.
Cool.
You just can't bear it.
Jesus Christ. Metolius and Amelia, you're taken by surprise of this, and we move on to finally the creatures in the kind of, basically the individuals with the horned helms. They have better armor on, a shield in hand, and another Morningstar kind of javelin on its back. All 5 of them in front of you, Grimtuck, and they all kind of ready up. You hear one kind of say something in a language that... Does anyone speak Goblin?
Nay. I speak Orcish.
Orcish.
Nope.
Okay. They speak in this odd, like, it's a language that doesn't sit well with the dialect they use. It's too low. It seems like something you've heard from like higher and smaller forms of creatures. But instead they say these few words. As they do, 2 of them run off farther to the east, away from the fight.
We're winning. Yay.
That's how that works.
That is exactly how it works.
It's because I was so ferocious.
There can't possibly be any consequences to this.
As you see them run off and disappear around this wall back over here, you hear them like just scream out this like as though they're calling to something. And soon enough, in this moment, you kind of hear a response,
Oh boy.
coming from far away, but still this like, echoing kind of response call. And
This
then
is they have a cave troll moment. That's what this is.
they have a cave troll.
Yep.
But in that moment, their friend's body is thrown aside. 3 of these individuals start to fall onto you, Grimtuck.
Yeah.
Morning Stars in hand, shields up and ready. The 2 with the horns run up in front of you while one keeps back. The first, 24 to hit you.
Ooh, he got me with a morning star. Good on him.
And then a 16 for his second swing.
Miss.
Okay. The first one gets you he connects with 12 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 6. You feel the power behind his arm, as though it adds a little extra oomph with the amount of speed and almost whip nature because of its length. As it cracks into you. You can feel it.
Spit my own blood at him.
18 to hit you.
That does not hit.
21.
That hits.
A second swing from this horned bugbear in front of you. He brings down his Morning Star with a 13 points reduced to 6 as well. Finally, the third of these horned individuals lines up a shot with his javelin towards you. 11. The javelin sails over you and connects into one of the boxes far down to a few feet to the south of you, just with a sound, leaving him non-javelined and, at the moment, done with his turn. Top of the round, Elduin, you see these large, hulking, furred individuals standing there just to the north of your barbarian companion. They were ready and primed for throwing things at you. Your turn.
Okay. I, to the surprise of no one, plan on shooting them.
What? How could you?
But the rest of the turn, I think I'm going to start off by just shooting the closest bugbear.
Okay.
Sharpshooter.
Okay.
How about a critical hit?
Oh.
Ouch.
Wow, that's an equation.
What's the it's not filling in the crit roll. What we're doing max crit die for one?
For the
Right.
first, roll the second.
So your cold damage would actually be correct as you rolled. So for your crit.
12.
Yeah, so it would be 12 cold damage on top of whatever.
Yeah,
the
it's
rest-
12 cold damage plus 30 plus 32 piercing. Magical piercing.
I mean, you feel the spike of the javelin cut into you, and instantly an arrow is knocked, a bow is up, and an arrow flies scooping out the head of this bugbear. Go for it.
Yeah, rinse repeat. This
Yep.
time not as chilly. Sharpshooter. How about a
Thank God you're not a
26 to hit?
champion. Fuck, man. Yeah, that definitely hits.
That's 19 piercing damage.
I'm sorry, do you mind specifying which of the 3 bugbears that
Oh,
we're talking about?
I'm closest to me going out. So
Okay, thank you very much.
is it alive?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I would have
will
let you know if it wasn't.
I will shoot it again. 24 to hit.
Fucking hell, man. Yes, that hits. Those are
And-
just some impressive rolls in a row. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes.
You've been
they-
singing them the last couple episodes.
23 piercing damage. Magical piercing damage.
Yes, as he raises his Morning Star ready to charge, his arm high above his head, you fire your arrow and it sinks into his chest, and you see his large kind of yellowed eyes go super wide for a moment as his neck clinches and the Morning Star just crashes down onto his head and he crumples to the ground.
Fantastic. Next question is, how tall are the mushrooms on the wall behind me if I'm facing the bugbears?
So to the west, the mushrooms that are kind of the bioluminescent mushrooms that are along this wall to the west, they're 2 or 3 feet, but they're not very tall.
Dude, it looks like I could stand on one of them.
I don't know if any of you have tried, so you're not sure of the structural integrity of these mushrooms.
Fair enough. I'm just going to stand behind Metolius and
Okay.
sneer. I'm going to stand behind the heavily armored dude.
Good plan. Good plan. Then we move to Grimtuck's turn.
All right, this guy to the south of me, who doesn't look as badass as the other ones, I think
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start picking off the weak ones. It sounds more
Okay.
fun.
Sounds
So
good.
I'm gonna give him the old bonk, the overhead swing.
Give me a bonk.
Does a 16 hit?
16 does hit.
Wow, I'm rolling like shit and still bonking these dudes. 18 damage.
Sounds good. And he's still standing as your Promal crashes into him.
There we go. That's more like it. 30.
Yeah, that does it.
Okay. And 17 damage.
With that second swing, you just crush him into the ground. This whole, like, tall, lanky... He almost is a little taller than you. But in that moment, you just bring him low.
I find his height offensive. So I can fucking smash on him.
Nothing shall be taller than I.
Nothing. So, yeah, I'll take him the fuck out, too. Briefly, DM, what is the meat on this spit behind me?
Looks like a roast.
Roast what?
Hog?
Does it look like a pig?
Boar.
Does it look like a rat? Oh, boar?
Boar.
Okay. Can I bonus action grab a fistful of it and put it in my mouth?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
you can.
Alright, that's all I got.
Word. We move to Rain.
Okay, so the vegetation behind me, like still behind the wall of spikes, is there anywhere that I could like climb up a little with my spider slippers and like anchor myself to be able to shoot from up there, or would I have to like get over this wall of spikes to be able to shoot?
From where you are and where they are, you'd have to get over the wall of spikes to like shoot. This is a
Okay.
wall right here that kind of blocks most of the way, and there are like
Oh, I see.
yeah. And so
Okay.
there's a wall straight to your east, and there's a pillar a little farther than that. It all kind of blocks your vision, especially of any of the ones that are still up.
Okay, so I mean, I guess I'll just everybody else just jumped over the wall, right?
Metolius and Eldwin actually kind of took their time and moved through.
Okay.
We like squeezed in between them so as to, I don't know.
Can I, like, with my slippers, climb up, like, the pillar over to the east of me, and, like, jump over, make an acrobatics check to just jump over?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
So I don't have to take my time with it, essentially. Let's see.
I would say it's not going to be great if you miss this acrobatics check, though I would be very surprised if you did.
The lowest I can roll is a 23 because of my expertise. So I'm not too worried about it. 31.
So you see Rain climb up the side of this wall, and as she does, she kind of she just kind of like launches herself off, and with a quick twist in the air, she lands in front of Metolius.
Yes. I'm going to land directly in front of Metolius, and without missing a beat, I'm going to draw my light crossbow and shoot this guy here right next to Grimtuck. One of the bigger guys.
Yes, the bugbear with the horns to the north.
Yes.
Got it.
Light crossbow, 27
That
hits.
hits.
So that'll be 7, and then let me roll my sneak attack because Grimtuck is within 5 feet. 22, so 29 damage altogether.
Very nice. Yeah, you catch him completely off guard. As you do, you just sink a bolt straight into his shoulder, and he just like roars out this pained roar right at Grimtuck's face, and then his head like swings around at you with just a vile sense of anger. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action dash so I can get to the other side of the room to the south, so I can give Elduin like good room for shooting himself, and station myself
Excuse
down
me,
here.
I
and
do
that's
not
my
shoot
turn.
myself. I'm way too accurate for that.
That's fair.
Who shoots me?
Yes.
You used to.
I'm not too accurate for that.
So, Rain, you bonus action dash down to the bottom, and that's your turn.
That's my turn.
Okay. As you finish up your turn, this tall, lanky creature, the only of the less adorned, shall we say, bugbears, just starts hoofing it, just rushing straight through his downed companions and straight at Metolius. 5, 10. And lands right next to you. Morningstar in hand, he starts to swing.
Bring it.
17.
Nay.
Crashes against your shield, but does nothing as he just wah, as is almost thrown back.
I will laugh at him in his face.
Just gives this roar back.
Come on, big boy. Show me what you got.
Out from behind the wall, two odd creatures, Grimtuck, kind of appear out of nowhere. These small, floating orbs zoom out from behind this wall over far to the east, where the two horned bugbears had run. As they kind of sit there, their teeth kind of chatter, their eyes move about, but they don't seem to say anything. This is what you see.
Tiny eyeball monsters.
Floating, one-eyed monster.
How many eyes?
Well, one eye with several tentacles that have eyes on the end of them.
Little bitty guys.
One big eye, 4 mini eyes.
What's up, bros? That's weird. I don't see that every time I kill a bunch of bugbears.
Two of the eyes stalks on top start to glow a light, and as that happens, 4 beams shoot straight at you.
Oh, shit.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
I'm super wise. Let's find out.
So
how this
wise?
goes.
Oh!
7. The fucking 7.
I'm 7 wise.
The first one connects with you, and as it does, you see it, and this ray just kind of rushes out towards you and hits you, and then your eyes close for a moment and it opens up, and then you see it, and just all you want to do is move straight to it.
Oh, I can do that. It's my buddy. Right, next, can I still want to kill it, or do I just want to move towards it and kill it?
Actually, you just feel yourself, your whole body just kind of lazy and just oh yeah, my friend's coming. So you're just feeling very, very charmed by it, but you're also just kind of I don't really want to move that much right now. So at the moment, your speed is half.
Oh,
and you
shit.
are at disadvantage on attack rolls.
Oh. Gotcha. Oh, I just got fucking tired.
Followed closely by a jet of white that shoots out of one. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that's my shit. I got advantage on those. 24.
So you see the spray hit the roast boar behind you and solidify the pig for a moment. As it is over the fire, it melts quickly, but you notice that this almost burned indent is left from where it hit.
Oh, I was gonna eat that fucking pig.
You already ate some of it.
Yeah, I did. Fistful.
Yeah.
All right, fucking dodge that shit.
Dodge
You know,
that
I'm
shit.
making friends. This is a good trip, guys.
The second of the two creatures, an eye goes up, kind of a white glow goes around it, and you feel your body start to shift and move. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, I think I can do that.
I think so.
Whoa!
That's not good.
You just rolled 2 ones?
I did just roll 2 ones. That's really unlikely.
Oh.
Wow, it's still a 13. I'm impressed by me, but holy shit. 1 in 400 chance of that one, guys. I'm on fire with the nat ones these days.
So you feel your body shift, but even with that, you are absolutely, you're just, there's too much mass to you, and you feel it try to move you off your feet, but it just
Are you telling me I nat 1 2 times in a row and still made my strength save?
you did actually still make the strength save.
Holy
That's
shit.
fantastic.
That is amazing.
Followed closely by a fourth and last wisdom save for me, please.
Okay, alright. I'm liking this. 17.
The second of the two creatures you don't feel is as cute or charming as the other, so you are not under its sway. As it stands, the only thing that worked was the first of the 4, and that still kind of just makes you lethargic at the moment, a little bit more than usual.
And I have disadvantage on attacks against everybody, right?
On attack rolls, and your speed is halved.
Oh shit, that sucks for me. Okay, I can do that. I can deal with this.
Okay.
And I also have to run towards it when I get a chance, right?
No. You're just
Oh,
charmed.
okay.
You don't have to run towards it.
Okay.
Amelia, it's your turn.
Amelia is still behind this wall of sharpened sticks, so she's gonna try and navigate through it, I guess,
Okay.
because she doesn't have cool tricks to get over it at the moment.
Say if you're going to take it safely, it's half your movement.
Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, she will definitely do that then. That is going to, I guess, let's put her. So that'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that then. Amelia just kind of like puts her arms up to try and avoid like getting poked by any of these sticks as she like makes her way through. And then she's gonna just kind of pop out and she's gonna aim at this guy next to Grimtuck here as she casts Firebolt.
Okay.
She's gonna pull out her Rod of the Pack Keeper and point it at this guy as a bolt of fire shoots out of it.
Sounds good.
20 to hit.
20 hits.
Ooh, and very low damage this time around for 19.
So the guy north of Grimtuck, the one with horns, takes your firebolt, flies out, and connects, and he screeches out, echoing all around you, not drowned out by the rushing falls to the north.
Yeah, and that is... Well, does anybody look really hurt at this point? No? Cool.
Nope,
then yeah,
not me.
that's Amelia's turn then.
Okay. Metolius.
I will respond in kind to this bugbear's attack
Good plan, good plan.
by rolling a 30.
My God, y'all. What the fuck?
That'll be 26 points of damage.
Jesus. Your damage you do is disgusting.
I
I
get
think Metolius needs to be able to do another hit or another dice worth of damage. The 3 dice is not enough.
Everybody be yelling about nerf Metolius if he was in an arena shooter.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking brutal.
Does he still stand after
He is
20
still standing.
the first strike? Alright, I will just...
But you connect just with
Strike
a quick
again?
swing. You just dig your axe straight into his core.
This time,
Uh-huh. Oh my God. That's so many numbers.
ignore the lightning damage part. So
Okay.
it would be a 1 plus, so 9 plus another
Good lord.
11. Yep.
Okay.
So 15 plus 9
Okay. So 24.
plus my modifier, so plus another 9 on top of that.
Okay. So 33. Got it. So you just dig your axe into his shoulder. And as you do, you come back up and just slap away his morning star. This kind of exposes his chest, and you just wholeheartedly bury your axe deep into his chest. And with one quick squelch, you pull it back out, and the small gout of blood follows as he kind of falls down and crumples to the ground as well.
Just hits things and it blows the fuck up. It's amazing.
Metolius, yes, I didn't even smite that time. Well, move forward, advance 30 feet to face the horny boy to the north of Grimtuck. And that will
Yes.
be the end of my turn. Yes.
Okay.
That will be the end of Metolius' turn.
You hear the thrumming of footfalls and like hand over fist come out from behind this wall to the east. And as you do, 2 large white shapes launch themselves off over this piece of stonework to join the fray. These odd, 4-armed, gorilla-like creatures land and begin to just barrel straight towards the fray.
It's getting real exotic in here.
The first of the two to the, basically, the southern of the two just rushes across, just like 2 arms down, the second set of arms forward, and just like in this very ape-like fashion, just like crashes through the water as it charges forward towards you. And it skitters to, like, just slides to a halt next to you, Grimtuck, tossing the bodies of the bugbears just to the side. And as it does, it raises up its forearms and just hammers them down upon you.
Holy shit, these guys got some fucking... They got some speed.
Let's see, 12. A 24 hits you,
Yes.
and a 16, which does not hit you.
Correct.
So it hits you twice with its claws. It's just like one giant fist just scratching at you, the other coming up on the side. We have 5 points of damage reduced to 2, 6 points of damage reduced to 3, so that's 5 altogether for slashing damage. And as it does, its giant ape-like head with large, long fangs in its front just roars and comes in and tries to bite down upon you with a 7, and it just like its jaws, you hear them clack together as its teeth slam down on nothing.
Jesus, what the fuck?
And this is what you
Swearing
see
at the giant monster.
while the other one seems to break rank and continue on a more northern path, completely running underneath the small orbs that are floating and just not paying any mind to the bugbears around. He's going to end up right here. Metolius, he stands there right next to a bugbear companion and just like throws arms straight at you. Just with a...
Metolius would feel like, what in Maliki's name?
That's an 18 to hit you.
Miss.
20.
Matches.
Okay. 18 again, which misses. And an 8. So really, 4 of the arms fly out. Only one of them actually connects. The others are batted away or dodged as they go. But one claw connects with 8 points of slashing damage as it tries to snap its jaws on you as well. A 20, which matches. As you feel the cut of the claws, you don't have enough time to notice as the large ape fangs are just dug into your other shoulder with 9 points of piercing damage. As it pulls back its claws and mouth covered in your blood, you see it just start to like mix in and stain the white fur of the creature, and you just see its eyes go wide and it seems very excited. That's its turn. As we move to the horny boys. This horny boy skirts around its giant gorilla companion. You're not exactly sure, but it makes it behind you, Metolius, and readies to attack.
Oh my.
Oh my god. With a morning star raised high, it swings once with a 19 to hit you, which misses barely as you just throw up your shield enough. As it clangs down, you feel the force of it on the back of your head, protected for this go. But a 23, as he kind of bounces off your shield, he comes back with like a golf swing up straight into your side. 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice. Alright.
And Grimtuck, in front of you, the creature who you have still been facing off with, continues to try to hit you with a natural 20.
Woo! I'm not mad at that.
And then a 22.
Holy shit. Good for them.
So a total of 13 reduced to 6 and 14 reduced to 7. So you have 13 coming at you.
Boom.
13 points of bludgeoning damage as this creature just swiftly crack, like right across the face, one after another. You feel the warm blood trickle down your nose into your mouth. You taste the copper taste as the one to your north begins to swing as well.
Nice.
That's a natural 20
Holy shit. With me and my dual nat ones.
and a 24.
Yep. Alright.
Ooh, spicy.
So that is effectively 16, 25, 28, reduced to 14 points of bludgeoning damage for the first one.
Oh, yeah. One from the first shot? Damn.
And
Alright.
7 reduced to 3 for the second. The
All
first
right.
one, he sees you kind of look back at the ape as it's trying to hit you and just takes advantage of this and cracks you right in the back of the skull. You feel your head kind of jostle and shake for a moment, but you bring yourself back to it.
Awesome. Oh, fuck. Over by the eyeball boys. There's another one of these guys. Okay.
There's 2 more.
Nice. That's right. I forgot.
They just line up javelins and just throw. One to you, Grimtuck, with the 21 to hit.
Jesus. Jeez, these boys are on fire. I'm not mad at them.
9
Good for
reduced to
them.
4 piercing damage, followed by a 17 for you, Metolius, which does not hit. You are able to duck out of the way barely as the javelin connects with you, unable to get out of the fray at the moment. After all of that, we move to Elduin's turn.
What should I shoot at first? I think the old charmy boy in the back.
Yeah.
Do I have line of sight to?
There's a lot of bodies, but it's hovering about between 5 and 8 feet above the ground. So yeah, you'd be able to see it. And also, there's absolutely line of sight because cover doesn't matter to you.
Totally, it's yes. If I can see any part of it,
Yeah.
Or
There are
anything.
no walls blocking you from it.
then I think I'm gonna try to shoot this guy first.
Okay.
That's gonna be sharpshooter.
Yeah.
How about a 22 to hit?
Oh yeah, that definitely hits. Oh yeah.
23 piercing and 2 cold.
You basically, as you connect with your arrow into this small, actually effectively tiny creature, it implodes. Like you push its eye through its back as the arrow sinks through it, and it just becomes an inside-out orb that is doing no one any good. It falls into the water with a splash, and
I like that.
you no longer see it.
All right, great. Put another notch in something, but I'm going to then shoot at the next floaty
Yes.
floaty guy.
Dose floaty boys.
Always. How about a 12 to hit?
12 misses.
Okay. I would like to use my bonus action to bend it like Beckham.
Okay. Nice reference. Love it.
So let's just go for what makes the most sense to me. I'm really gonna go hit this guy right behind him.
Sure.
Guy
That's the
right
most
behind.
logical arrow bend you've made yet.
I know. Oh, jeez. That's 14?
14 misses.
Oh, I miss. All right.
The arrow
Fair enough.
flies, missing the small orb, missing the horned bugbear, and just sticks into the stone wall behind it.
All right. I missed a shot, guys. It was bound to happen eventually. Okay, I'm going to take my last shot at this guy with sharpshooter again. 17 to hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. That is 17 magical piercing damage.
Once again, like an apple with a bullet, this creature implodes and sprays against the horned bugbear behind it, and then drops into the water below.
Fantastic. Very pleased with this
Good.
turn of
I'm
events.
glad. Grimtuck, you no longer feel as though the creature above had any sway over you.
Saying, I don't know what I was thinking. That guy wasn't ever cool.
I feel good about unlocking you for not having disadvantaged attacks.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, and with that, I'm done with my turn.
Okay. We move to Grimtuck.
All right, I'm just fucking surrounded by these animals. I forget, have any of these guys taken damage that are around me? I need to start thinning the herd here.
You have seen the creature to your north take damage, yes.
Okay, yeah. I
Also,
gotta start-
Metolius is taking damage, just for reference.
Yeah, he's taking some damage.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so the guy to the north, I'm gonna give him the bonk and just lay the hammer down. 30 to hit.
That hits.
14, 15, 16, 17.
With that one swift bonk, you collapse his face into his skull. And
Sweet.
the flame of the pyramol just erupting for a moment cauterizes any wounds, leaving a nice and full blood sac in front of you.
Cool. All right, that guy's down. I will then turn my attention to the horny boy to the east of me,
Yes.
and I'm gonna smash on him. Woo woo woo! That's a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Sweet. Take that, horny boy. That's an 18.
Thunderous attack connects into this horny boy, but he stands still.
With the spicy maul.
With the spicy maul.
Alright, and I'm just gonna hold my ground. I gotta...
Wait, you killed the thing. Don't you
Oh,
get
yeah.
a bonus action attack?
Thank you, Metolius. I always forget. 16.
16 misses. His shield is up just in time.
Ah, what is wrong with me?
As it
Alright.
clangs against it, he tosses it aside.
I think I was just feeling myself. I was getting too puffed up. I was like, wait, I can hit this guy again. Oh, fuck. So, hubris. That's the real lesson here, kids. All right, I'm good.
Okay. Rain, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to start by shooting the horned bugbear to the west of Metolius
Got it.
for a 28 to hit.
Not a problem. I believe that would still hit even with about 3/4 cover from this.
Yeah.
You'd still be able to
Oh,
see him.
gotcha. Okay.
But
I'll
a
take
28
it.
would still hit. Sorry, I should have told you that prior to you making that shot.
Oh, no, that's fine. I didn't know how high that thing was. So, damage then. That'll be 35 altogether, including my sneak attack.
Nice.
He just cries out in pain as your bolt just like sinks deep into his side.
Okay, and you said some of these mushrooms over here to the east, like some of them are like 2.5, 3 feet tall.
Yes, but you again have no idea of their structural integrity.
Oh, and I'm not trying to stand on them. I'm trying to get behind them if possible. Like stand amongst them and like, squat down.
Sure.
If I can get, because if with my skulker feat, if I can get lightly obscured, I can still hide.
Oh man, it's so hard because they're lit, they're bioluminescent.
Oh, I didn't think about the fact that they were like, giving off light. That's a good
They're
point.
giving off light.
So
So
she is also
Okay.
purple.
I do blend in.
I would say if you,
I mean, look at her token. It's even got...
it's true. If you were to crouch down, which would not be prone, but like certainly be down there, yes, I think you could effectively hide with all of your abilities.
Excellent. Then I'm going to just go all the way back here into the mushrooms and bonus action hide. 23 to hide.
Yes, you believe you are hidden. Anything else?
No, that's it. That's my turn.
We move on to Amelia's turn.
Classic purple tiefling defense.
You blend in with the bioluminescent mushrooms.
So I imagine to get the like passive benefits from the dust staff, you have to be holding it.
Yes. You'd have to be like, wielding it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Amelia is just going to kind of step forward as she holds out her Rod of the Pact Keeper and aims it at the guy to the west of Metolius.
Got it.
As another streak of fire comes shooting out of it, she casts Firebolt again.
Sounds good.
27 to hit.
That hits.
Oof. Missing out on the damage. 16. Fire
The smell of singed hair and the screams of pain from this creature echo out. He still stands.
And then I'm also going to give Metolius a little healing with my bonus action.
Okay.
Healing light.
Are you looking pretty hurt, or?
I am looking about 25% hurt.
I'm going to give him, let's go with 3d6.
Okay.
13 HP.
Thank you.
Nice.
I feel invigorated.
Amelia, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. Metolius.
Tolius will swing back at the horny boy behind him. 25.
That hits.
15 total damage.
With one quick swing, you basically instinctively like throw an arm back with your axe, and it connects straight into his neck. And with that swift flick of your wrist, his head goes tumbling off.
Excellent. And then I will bring my axe arm forward and attack the giant four-arm beast in front of me. But as I do, I say, "Get back, you filthy beast!" And I cast, as a bonus action, a smite spell. If I can find it. Wrathful Smite. And I need to roll to attack. So that's a 24 to
Okay.
hit.
That hits.
17 damage plus the smite damage, which is an additional 5 points of psychic damage. And I would like to expend a first level spell slot to smite.
Oh my god.
So that's another 9. So 17 plus 14.
It's 31 altogether.
Correct. And then as part of the Wrathful Smite spell, you must make a wisdom saving throw against my DC of 16.
These creatures are surprisingly wise. I mean, I guess yes, but not really. 17, you said?
16 is the DC.
14 is what they rolled.
It's not a bad roll.
It's not.
They are frightened of me until the spell ends, which is up to a minute. And as an action, they can make a wisdom check against my spell DC to steal its resolve and end the spell. So I believe it will have disadvantage on attacks against me.
Is it able to move any closer to you?
It is not able to move closer to me. It is
Okay.
free to flee in terror.
And cry.
Like punk.
The axe in Metolius' hand is like smoldering with this silver radiant light as he faces this creature. And the light reflects in its eyes, and it begins to feel terror at my wrath.
Can you put out your fucking axe? It's super... Ah, it hurts my eyes.
It only hurts the eyes of the unpure.
You know me. You fucking know me. You know for a fact I'm not.
Can we have this conversation later?
Ah, you turn your axe down?
It is going to dash away from you, Metolius.
It's going to run away from me?
Yeah, I mean, it is terrified, and I wanted to see what, you know, the big brain ape would do, and it's going to run. So,
Alright, can I make an attack of opportunity against it?
you can.
Oh, I would love to do that. For a 24,
Hits.
and that's... Oh, I rolled good. Subtract 2 from that, so 24. I rolled a 24 to hit, and I deal 24 damage.
Woo! With a resounding slash across its back, it tries to hobble away as best as it can.
Is it looking pretty rough?
Oh yeah, it's not looking good. But as it does, it charges, it uses its full action to dash. And as it does that, it leaps over this wall and disappears. But that was its turn. On the other hand, its friend here is seeing it, this large hulking creature in front of it. It's going to turn its attention to something easier to hit and go for Light Rock, but much easier. Grimtuck, I would like you have the opportunity to roll a attack of opportunity.
No, Light Rock, no! I will do my best to help Light Rock with. Does a 32 hit?
A 32 does.
He will have to make a strength saving throw of a DC 14.
He didn't make it.
Holy shit, okay. So he takes, wow, I did not expect that to happen. He takes 15 damage, and he gets knocked on his ass.
Okay.
He gets knocked prone. Kabonk!
As he falls down, he just kind of stares at you and then looks back and continues his progression now that he does it. So he takes half of his movement to stand up off of prone and then uses his bonus action to just start to haul ass back. He barrels around this corner, and Amelia, you see him move around this stone structure and seemingly head straight at you. And as he barrels around that corner and Light Rock goes flying off 5 feet to the side in its wake, his teeth gnash at you, Amelia, with a 14.
A 14 does not hit.
Okay. Snap of its jaws in front of you, this large hulking creature over you trying to do some amount of damage. It follows it with 4 swings of its claws towards you. 15.
That matches.
Okay, 15. One connects into you. 24, 25, and 11. So 3 of its 4 claws just barrel down almost simultaneously into you. You feel them dig into your flesh. You take a total of 25 points of slashing damage from this creature as he
25.
starts to just like stand over you.
Bye-bye temp HP.
That is its turn, though. From behind it all, the lost horny boys begin to rejoin their companions over here, stepping over the dead. One of them runs up next to you, Grimtuck. The other stands back, hefting a javelin in hand. The 2 bugbears both to the east and to the south of you, raise morning stars and try to connect. The first one hitting you for 20.
Mm-hmm.
And 16.
Nope.
Then the second trying to hit you for a 7, which doesn't hit, and a 23. So both of them hit once. Basically at the same time, you feel from two angles just the crash of morning stars into you, but you're able to step back just enough as they almost collide in the center as they completely miss you the second time.
Fuck! Ow! What the fuck?
31 reduced to 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right, I'm officially into the double digits.
Followed closely by a javelin strike 17 to hit you.
That does not hit.
A javelin flies and hits into the roast behind you, crashing it into the ground. No longer is it able to be eaten as it burns and smolders below your feet.
Acid and javelins. That thing is ruined.
Yeah. And it's freezer burnt now. It's just like, you're really not going to want to eat it. Eldoin, it's your turn. This giant four-armed gorilla, like white furred gorilla, runs up on Amelia and tries to just rip her to shreds in front of you.
I would like to do Amelia a solid, and I would like to shoot this behemoth directly.
You definitely should do her a solid, dude.
Yep. Sharpshooter.
Mm-hmm.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
Yeah. All right. That is going to be 19 damage altogether.
Oh.
Before you say anything, how hurt was the guy?
The giant gorilla?
Yeah.
I mean, he was decently hurt. He doesn't look great. He looks like he's been slashed and cracked across the back of the head a few times by...
All right.
He's bleeding.
Got it. Cool. Carry on. Sorry. I was thinking about doing a thing, but yeah, please carry on.
Was that your only... Is that all you're going to do?
No. You were just
Well,
in the middle
he's
of
not-
describing what happened, and I didn't want to...
An arrow flies, connects to the creature. The creature roars out as an arrow is in his shoulder. And he just like swipes at it. You see this snap of the shaft of the arrow colliding with the ground, leaving the rest of it inside of his shoulder. He's dead man walking.
Yep. Second shot, same creature, sharpshooter. Pew, pew, pew. 23 to hit.
That hits.
Crushing it. That is 20 piercing. Nice round 20.
The opposite shoulder is just impaled by your arrow, and just he's roaring out. All four arms go flailing out in this moment.
All right. And the last shot, same guy. For a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
All right. That's 19 more magical piercing damage.
That final strike, you see him just like throw his arms back. He's no longer able to like block himself with his giant bulbous arms. Instead, as he like flails out and screams, one last arrow flies true and connects right in the dead center of his simian skull as the creature just falls back with a large resounding thud.
I was going to say, get up, Amelia. You're all right.
Anything else, Elder?
Nope. That's it. I'm happy.
Okay. Grimtech.
All right. Now that I'm not just surrounded by an unreasonable amount of enemies that I absolutely put myself in that position, thin the herd a little, I'm going to really just open it up and do some reckless Great Weapon Master. Smash the guy to my east. So yeah, let's do that. Let me see here. Good. So it would be 17 to hit.
That still hits.
Cool. And that is 23 damage.
Okay. You crash into this creature, and you see his knees almost buckle, but he still stands.
Son of a bitch. All right. Well, let's do that exact same thing again.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo! So I hit him again. Looks like it's 18. Wait, no.
18 hits?
Yeah, 18 for 29 damage.
With this second one, though, it doesn't take much to just send him down to the ground.
And let's do a third to the guy in the south. So that is what? 17 again?
Yep. 17 hits.
Right. Sweet. And 15, 25 to him.
Once again, his whole body shakes under the force of your maul. but he holds true, barely able to bring himself back up.
All right. Well, I make a big, easy target for him because I'm just swinging like a fucking idiot. So, yeah, that's all I got.
Pretty sure
Rain.
he's about to catch an arrow in the neck.
Yeah, that's about to happen. Yeah, I'm gonna try to finish off the guy to the south of Grimtuck.
Okay.
From hiding, so I get advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 15?
15 does not hit.
Damn.
It connects into one of the horns on his head, and it just goes sailing off as the horn breaks. Just...
I rolled a 6 and a 3. Jesus, okay. Well, I guess in that case, I will duck back down and use my cunning action to hide again.
Sounds good.
Stealth check. 23.
You believe you're stealthy. Amelia, your turn.
Amelia runs forward and she runs up these stairs and up on top of this thing, and she's going to point her Rod of the Pact Keeper out at this guy and shoot a firebolt at him
Shoot a firebolt.
for a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit. He throws his shield up just in time as it just cascades over his shield off to the sides of him.
Sounds good. And then that would be my turn.
Okay. Metolius.
Metolius charges forth to the bugbear in the back and give him the axe. I want to ask him a question, please. 17.
17 hits.
30 points of damage.
Good lord. Is that just your normal damage?
Yeah, well, I get an extra D8, and I rolled max. That's my max damage, actually.
Okay, I was like, because you got a D8 and then 2 D6, but yeah, you maxed the fuck out of that guy.
No, I get 2d8 and a d6 on the first attack.
Jesus Christ, that is amazing.
And then I will swing again.
Swing again.
That is a 20.
That
and
hits.
I'm going to throw some stank on it and smite at level 1.
There's some snake on that, sir.
So we'll add 5. Oh, I rolled poorly. So 21 minus 3, or 24 minus 3 is 21, plus 5, 26 points of damage.
Wait, do you only get that extra D8 on your first attack?
I get the D8 every attack. It's the lightning, the D6 of lightning I only get once.
Oh.
So you connect with the second attack, and your axe just erupts with a bright, radiant light. As the smite pumps into this creature, he screeches out as the fur around the wound is burned and blackened. As you pull out your axe, it's still smoldering in your hands. And he stands there just...
I suggest you run. That is the end of my turn.
Okay. Below you, to your south, Grimtuck, the bugbear,
Sure he
stands...
knows. I got an easy target. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
You got advantage.
Stands with his morning star and just looking around him, seeing all of his, all of the other bugbears just dead at his feet. He doesn't do anything, but he raises his morning star and just roars out and swings with advantage. That's 22 to hit you.
Respect. That hits.
14 reduced to 7 points of
Yeah.
damage. Followed by a 23.
Mm-hmm.
The first connects down, and it barely moves you as it hits in. And in desperation, he swings back up with his long arm and just kind of tries to unfurl and crack back down. He connects and does another 12, reduced to 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
This guy's fucking... I like him already. He's got chutzpah.
And he just sitting there, just...
Alright, I just kind of smile at him and just give him that warrior's yeah, fuck yeah. Kind of a... Alright, let's do this shit.
Okay. And we move to Elduin.
Yeah,
If-
I'm just gonna shoot the guy who's...
If Metolius is a howitzer, Elduin's a railgun. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, take him out, bro.
Ooh, pause. I apologize because I didn't have him do anything, and I just remembered that. He is going to listen to you, Metolius, and he calls out something in that same odd language. Just a low guttural tone that kind of resonates as though calling for someone or something. But he tries to turn and run, just stumbles through to get away.
Oh. I'll take it.
Okay.
Take the shot. Ooh, I miss, and I I will not burn a luck. I will let it go. Because he's not running Serpentine like an idiot.
No, he just dashes off. You hear him just like seemingly calling for something. The cadence is like calling for something. As he does, he turns the corner and you hear the sound of his voice just echo out and become distant for a moment. And then you hear a soft, like a thud somewhere far off in the distance. Sorry. Okay, Elduin. Now that happened.
I want to shoot sharpshooter at the guy in front of Grimtuck.
To the south. Not a problem.
20, non-natural.
That hits.
21 cumulative.
An arrow flies out of nowhere, connecting to him. You see, Grimtuck, you see this warrior standing his last. Just his eyes go wild and quizzical almost as the arrow just appears in his neck. He reaches up with his clawed and furry hand, tries to pull it out. As Elduin, your shot, sir.
I was going to shoot him again with sharpshooter. That's only a 14.
14 does not hit.
And he's the last enemy that I'm aware of?
That you are aware of.
Alright. Well, I guess I'm just going to not use my bonus action, and I will...
Guess it's time to shoot my friends.
Guess
Sucks to suck.
No.
No.
For old time's sake, no.
For old time's sake.
Sharpshooter again. Yeah, sharpshooter again. Oh, alright. No, I just missed those two. Alright, I'm done. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Grimtuck.
Seeing his boy run away, like over the corner or the side, like flee, and this guy's just standing here, just going toe to toe with me. I just kind of give him the nod, and I'm gonna reach up with my fucking pyre maul, and instead of hitting him, I'm gonna slam it on the ground right in front of him. I'm gonna point to the exit, and I'm gonna say, "Your friend fled. You fucking stayed like a warrior. You've earned to live. Leave." And that's it.
Okay.
I'm basically just doing like the hammer is like on the ground flat with my hands on top of the the handle of it, just staring at him. Even if he can't understand what I'm saying, I'm pretty sure he gets the gist of it.
Mm-hmm. As your turn finishes, Grimtuck, you hear off in the distance a ooh, and then a loud splash.
All right.
Similar sounds, but again, he just stands there. Rain, I would say Grimtuck probably said this loud enough for you all to hear.
Yeah.
So, do as you will.
I'm going to pull back an arrow and have it pointing at this guy, and I'm waiting to see what he does. I'm going to hold my action. I'm going to hold my attack. If he goes to attack, I want to shoot. If he goes to run, I'm not going to shoot, essentially.
Okay. So basically, you're saying if he goes to attack, you'll fire. Any other thing, you will not take your action.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Amelia.
Amelia would just kind of stand there and point her Rod of the Pact Keeper towards this guy and kind of just stand there pointing it at him and say, "I would take his advice." And she's going to hold her action for basically the same thing. If he tries to hit Grimtuck, she's going to launch Firebolt. If he bolts, she'll let him leave.
Okay. Metolius?
I will mimic Grimtuck's posture and I say, "You should really listen to him." And I'll just point to the exit and say, "Leave while you still can." As I tried to add to the argument.
Word. He stands there, he looks at all of you, and his kind of shoulders are slumped at the moment, his long arms holding his weapon and shield still ready. And you hear him go, in common. You hear him respond,
Borax has worse fates than death.
As he says that, he swings in. Amelia and Rain may make their attacks. Feel free to choose who goes first.
Rain was ahead of me in initiative, so she can go first.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. Oh, I guess, do I get an advantage because I'm hiding? Even though it's a held action?
Yeah,
Okay.
because you're still making a...
So 25.
25 hits.
Let's see, that'll be 9, and... Yeah, he's still within 5 feet of Grimtuck, so I'll roll my sneak attack. That'll be another 26. So that'll be 35 altogether.
He says that for a moment and then just like bursts out in a charge. But at that moment, Rain looses a bolt. It flies, and as he's about to swing down, you just see it connect straight through one side of the head and out the other. And you see the light of his eyes crumple as he just like basically tumbles into you, Grimtuck, with no actual damage.
Just watch him go down.
He just slides.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say he begins to slide off you, but Amelia.
I was just gonna say, as Amelia kind of hears the click of Rain's crossbow, she just starts to shake her head as she lowers her rod, knowing what's coming.
I know this ends. So as that all kind of occurs, the room goes effectively silent. The sound of waterfalls to the north of you still kind of fill the space, but you find that around you just bodies line the ground.
Just take a deep breath. Kind of, a little bit beat up, but still pretty fucking, stretch it a little bit. Fuck. Well, I commend him for his bravery. By the way, do we know who Aurochs is?
No.
Not that I know of.
never heard that.
Isn't an Auroch like a cow or something?
Yes. Perhaps the leader of these bugbears is a giant cow.
You think so?
Tracks.
Are there cows here that can do that?
I don't know.
No either.
Amelia would just kind of hop down from the dais thing that she's on top of.
We need some healing. I can help.
I was just about to ask if anyone else needed that as well.
I'm pretty, I look like I'm bleeding. You've seen me more bleeding, but I'm effectively 50% bleeding.
50% bleeding. You're bloodied, one would
Yes.
say.
I don't know. I have 82 hit points out of a lot. So,
I mean, we might as well get ahead of it.
Yeah. Metolius will sit down and begin to cast Prayer of Healing, which takes 10 minutes to cast.
and I'm going to look around at
So,
whatever the fuck's going on around here. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
And what does that do again?
that is what he does.
Just people in 30 feet are going to get HP?
And he would come sit so that everyone was within range to get healing, which is 30 feet.
And how much is it?
In 10 minutes, you will receive 9 points of healing.
Amelia would also cast Cure Wounds upon Grimtuck
Oh, thanks.
for 17 HP. Very, very shitty roll for Amelia.
Damn.
Thank you. Ugh. Closed up some wounds. Those, I never get hit with morning stars. They got some sting to them. I've often thought of being like a morning star guy. Like, I thought about it for a while. It's like, could I be a morning star guy? Like, because they're cool and all, but I could just never really, like, I'm not going to lie. Picked one up and I was like, I have killed a guy with one before, so that's cool, but I ended up hitting myself a lot.
Yes, I can see how that would be a problem.
Yeah, like, it's just, I don't know, just they're kind of clumsy for me, but these guys did a fucking damn good job. I felt like I just was getting hit from like 100 different angles.
Yes, they put up quite a fight.
I don't know, can you guys see me being a Morningstar guy? Like, does it match like to my look? I don't think so.
I don't know. I think the giant hammer with a bright red gem embedded in it is pretty much on brand for you.
Alright, yeah,
don't
I'm not gonna
get
shit on
more
the
brand
part.
than that.
Alright.
As Metolius sits there and does his ritual for prayer of healing, Amelia would cast Cure Wounds on Grimtuck and then sit down next to the fire where she's at and pull out a dagger and cut off a hunk of this pig and kind of look around and say, I heard some... Did you all hear those noises? Do you think it's safe to maybe have a quick rest?
I think we should try.
That makes a lot of sense, but I wish to just explore the confines and make sure there's no hidden nooks and crannies we don't know about before taking our rest. And because I can't see around all these corners, I'm gonna go just like look around and make sure nobody's just like chilling in the corner, waiting for us to take a rest.
Roll a perception check.
As he does that, Amelia kind of pushes her mask up on her face and starts to eat some of this pig.
16.
16, you look around, you find a good few things. You find small pieces of land here covered in the bioluminescent mushrooms. You find more of those walls, the ones the gorilla-like creatures vaulted over. To your north, you see 3 or 4 what look to be inlets of waterfalls into this giant pool up to the north of this room. Sunlight seems to come in through those holes, lighting up the room and the area around there. You find more of these like pseudo nests around. Are you going past over here, or are you just standing here?
Yeah, I was gonna go up. Like, I wasn't sure if I can go up the river or not, or if it's impassable.
It's not impassable, nor is it impossible.
Great. Then I would like to go just see what's up there a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not going too far in any direction, but I just like want to look around corners.
Show me how far you get to, and I will explain what you see.
Gotcha. I would go probably look around this corner here, and I would...
The other side of the wall, you see a bit of reinforcements of the kind of spiked barricade. But again, this wall seems pretty untouched, minus root work that has grown in from the ground itself and the mushrooms that have kind of flourished in the corner. Then as you move across, you find what looks to be another hole leading down. This one, on the other hand, has a fall of water pouring out of the pool down into it. You see what looks to be ivy growing around it, similar to the other holes. Possibly a way to climb down if you so wish. But the hole goes into darkness below. The sound of water crashing not only comes from the northern falls ahead of you, but also seemingly out of the hole to your east.
So I'm gonna just make a way around this wall, and I think that'll be it. I'll come back to the camp and say we seem to be in the clear. There's another fall and going through down to another level of this cavern.
I would say you do see more and more of that stonework. It seems like it was mayhaps been once pieces of some form of structure, like a temple or something. You even see statues kind of here and there, like dotted through different places, all very elven in make. All very fitting the look that you would expect.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna say this does. There's definitely unnatural parts of this cavern. It seems to have been carved by some knowledgeable group.
It's ruins of the temple that used to stand on this land.
Do we know what the temple was to?
Corellan Lorathian.
Oh, we do know that for sure?
Yes.
Oh, well, then
From
in
my
that
memories,
case,
this is a very sacred and holy place
for
to
me,
the
yeah.
elven people.
Yeah.
What am I, chopped liver? What am I, only half an elf?
You know what? I might have forgotten. I'm not used to seeing elves with such big pecs.
And I know, you're just jealous of the beard, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that Metolius is kind of sort of Captain America.
Yeah.
That is a definite vibe that he tries to put off.
Mayhaps the riding the shield into Enoch's frail form, yeah.
I tried, I missed him, but
You did.
I did try to yeet myself shield and all at him.
So as you all find yourself taking a short rest, I think that is the perfect time that we can take a break.
Hey everyone, this is Dix. Just wanted to take a quick sec and tell you about a new project that I just released. It's called the College of Mockery, and it's a bard subclass that I designed for players that want to do what a bard does best. Talk shit. With this college, you get a superior vicious mockery that lets you do more damage as you literally shit-talk your enemies to death. Then you can use your fighting words to distract your foes and keep them from hitting your friends while making them easier to hit. To bring your bard to life, the College of Mockery also contains 3 original backgrounds: the Grifter, the Politician, and the Traveling Merchant. And as a bonus, I've also included 4 new feats for a bit of fun and variety that can also be used with other classes. You can pick up all of this in the College of Mockery for only $4.99 on drivethrurpg.com. That's enough about me for now. Let's get back to the show.
Post this, I wouldn't say grueling, but certainly surprisingly damaging fight. You sit here now around this slowly dying campfire, as the pig kind of has put it out, as some of its like internal organs and liquids have started coming out of the carcass itself.
What, are we going to rest?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, right?
A short rest? Alright.
Yeah.
Yup.
Probably poke around all this stuff.
Yep.
Boxes and shit. I think there's a trunk over there. They probably just got a bunch of fucking nonsense, but... whatever. Seem to have an endless supply of javelins to fucking throw at us, so I bet you we're just gonna find a bunch of javelins.
So roll an investigation check.
We'll investigate for a javelin check. Like a boner
javelin
check, only
check?
different.
You pop one out of your shoulder. Found
Yeah.
one.
Found one right there. 0. Got a fucking 0.
You lose sight of the chest right in front of you.
I just have ADD super bad. I'm just like, oh
Yeah,
wow,
all
this
you
must have
see
so
is this
low.
beautiful bright light hanging high on a torch sconce.
There's a moth that's flying around it, and I am willing to take bets on how long it takes for it to fly into the fire. Anybody wanna bet me? How long? We got a bunch of money. No takers? Fine. Fuck. Oh, didn't get it.
Oh, there he goes.
No.
Over the course of your short rest, you're able to find what looks to be just like, food scraps, bones of small animals. You see tools. You see a few more morning stars, javelins, of course, bows, arrows, that kind of thing, rations, a small collection of items, but nothing of like much import. More just like small bits of things that they were able to collect, maybe from travelers that came here, or if they were sent out hunting or things like that. Nothing much of value to, anyone other than food and anyone who has no weapon, unlike you all who have many weapons.
Okay. I think I'll probably just spend my short rest then. Obviously resting, but I'm going to pick up one of these morning stars and kind of do like a little, like, kind of feel it out, like swing it, let it hit the ground a couple times, see if I can like hold 2 of them and not hit myself. Just kind of, when you have a martial arts weapon, you just sort of dick around with it. It's like that.
Goddamn, I want you to roll,
Do it.
I'm just going to say performance,
I
because
was
you're
gonna
trying to
say
like
it should
figure it
be a
out.
performance check.
Yeah, you're trying to figure it out. You don't really know what to do with it. It's not like you're just messing around. One of them slips out of your hand and cracks right into your foot.
Fuck! Another
That's
nat
another
1.
2 ones in a row.
Yup.
Well, you be careful.
That would be the 3rd time I've rolled 2 nat 1s in a row in our games in like a month. Maybe
That's
month and
the
a half.
second time you've rolled 2 nat 1s in a row in this game today.
Oh yeah, and then the other ones? No, this would be the 4th time. 2 nat 1s back to back in
Yeah.
like a month.
Fucking
Stop.
ridiculous.
It's really, really unlikely. Yeah. Fuck. I just knew I'm not gonna be a fucking Morningstar guy. Like,
No.
yeah. It's fine. I don't need to be. Like, I don't need to be good at every weapon I fucking touch, except for I am, and I do. But like, fuck. I don't want to go sit down next to Amelia and just pout.
If anyone needs to roll hit dice, feel free to roll.
I'm going to poke about this 4-armed 8th creature.
Yeah.
I don't just want to sort of discern anything I can about it.
Sure.
Does it have any weaknesses? Is it like some unholy abomination of stitched together animal parts? Or is it just a giant 4-armed white gorilla?
We'll roll a nature check.
Gladly. I know everything about this creature.
You do. You actually do. I would say you do know a lot about this creature. You may have even come across them before. These are Carillions. Gorillians. They are 4-armed white apes that generally stay mostly into the more like jungle-like climates, but have been known to see places other than that. These creatures are super territorial, very aggressive, not very intelligent, but certainly very forest-wise. You've known them to use things like simple tools or traps like that. But yeah, these are not by any means like you would call it something like a monstrosity, but not an abomination. It is just an act of nature of some terrifying god that may or may not exist still to this day.
I bet they're pretty good at chucking rocks.
I bet they are, especially at things like floating.
Yeah.
About
At things like wizards.
yeah, probably soft things like floating, levitating. Oh no, while levitating. Sorry.
While levitating.
While levitating.
Fuck that. That was
But you do
bullshit.
notice that two of the arms upon its chest that sit right under its pecs are smaller, more like human-sized, while the other two are just large, bulbous ape arms.
There might be more of these about. I think they have family units or something. I don't know. They act like apes. They're very fierce. I scared one off though, so we should definitely watch out for that one, if not more.
Did we get anything from your prayer of healing?
You would got 9 HPs to anyone who was within 30 feet when I finished casting it. So, everyone, I would guess.
Okay. I'm definitely going to try to roll some of these hit die then.
So you roll your hit die, and then let's figure out what you're all doing after that.
How deep is the water? I guess is the question. Does it look like?
Deeper as it gets closer to the waterfall itself, but you're up here. It looks like a decently deep pool, something like maybe give or take like 5 feet, something like that. But you obviously there's more to it. It's it's a pool of water. These stones are pretty large. The statue is pretty large. So it goes into about your chest at the what you could expect to be your chest at the deepest point out to the north.
Okay. But the flow that is heading south from there is not as deep?
Is not as deep. Elder
Okay.
walked through it just fine.
Okay.
Probably at deepest knee height here.
All right.
It seems to flow off into small caves that disappear into the wall.
So who's going first down the hole? I guess we should probably expect something or someone to be waiting for us.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, Light Rock would have turned off during...
No,
the
Light
rest.
Rock.
Now he is just rock.
Sad.
Got the shine.
Hearing Metolius ask that, Amelia would get up and go pick him up and say, well, we could try and take a look first.
Absolutely.
Yep. And I can always scout ahead a little too.
Well, if you see anything, just be sure to run back as quick as you can.
Yeah.
We don't want to have you caught all by your lonesome. Those white-haired beasts can climb pretty well, so...
Elduin, where is this hole you spoke of?
Oh, it's over there, past that wall, where the ape creatures jumped over.
To the east.
To the east.
Metolius and Amelia go over that way, correct? Or is
Yes.
it going?
Oh,
Yep.
we're going.
So the two of you start to make your way. You find the hole that Elder was talking about. A small falls cascade over the side into darkness. The rest of this hole ringed with that same thick ivy that allowed you to scale down the sides.
The rock is killing me.
Amelia would just kind of hold the rock in her hand. It's not lit or anything yet, but she would kind of look at Rain and say, would you like me to throw this down there first, or do you want to take a look on your own?
I guess let me go first in case it alerts anything when it falls.
And she would kind of step back and let you do your thing.
And I will very carefully and very quietly proceed, DM.
I guess she would step that way. She's still going to try and keep an eye on Rain as she goes
Okay.
down.
Well,
I'm assuming you would like a stealth check.
oh yes, please.
23. That has been every single stealth check I've rolled today because all of them have been under 10. but I get a 10 because of my expertise. So 23.
Minimum. That's the minimum.
Yep, that's the minimum.
Yep.
Sounds like my strength saving throw. It was also a nat 1, and it's like, nope, still enough.
You begin to walk down the side. Following the sound, you make it down below, and there you see a dimly lit pool that stretches out decently far. Probably about between 25 and 45 feet away from the hole you stand inside of. This room, sunlight barely touches, as the only real sunlight comes down from the hole you are standing in. The rest of the room seems, from what you can tell, lit by the mushrooms. But again, a large pool set below you, where the water falls into, seems quite a bit deeper than the pool above. There is like ground around that, off to effectively the northwest, and off to, as far as you can tell from where you can see, probably off to the southwest as well.
Okay. And it seems like everyone will be able to get down relatively easily.
The same basic principle stands
Okay.
as the previous, though with this one, the hole ends, and there isn't a good, decent climbing side. There is, because there are falls on the only wall in this hole.
Right. So is like the option to just fall into the water then?
Or slide down through the falls itself.
All right. And I don't see anything living that I can tell, anything moving.
Roll me a perception check. You do notice that your companions might be able to crawl between the falls. Like there's a few outlets. There's
Okay.
some amount of ivy on either side, but it's very small, and it might be a bit harder than normal.
All right. Perception check is a 10.
You do not see, the only thing living, you see a few flits of a bat wing here and there
Okay.
through the darkness.
Well, I will go report this to my fellow adventurers.
Okay.
Well, I don't see anything living down there, from what I can tell. But the trek down there might be a little more difficult than the others have been so far.
I see. So we would have to fall into the water, probably.
I think that would be the fastest way, but I think if you're careful, you can climb.
Alright.
Do we know if anything waits for us in the water below?
I mean, not that I could see, but the water seems considerably deeper than it is up here.
Maybe this is a job for Light Rock.
I could throw it down and see if we can see into the water.
That might
Yeah.
be a good idea.
Yeah, so Amelia would cast light upon the rock again and drop it in the hole.
Okay. So you take the rock and you drop it off into the hole. As it passes the general threshold of this space, the 25, 30 feet deep, like stint of tunnel, and it leaves, it kind of illuminates the water for a moment. You see the falls off to the side. You see below it the shine of a pool, and then it splashes, rippling, kind of distorting the image of the water itself as the splash and the ripples kind of echo and wave out from the center of where Light Rock fell in, though you see a glow spring from the very center where it hit. A moment later, though, your vision becomes exceptionally obscured as what looks to be fog rolls in, like, below the hole.
That's weird.
Yes. Where is that coming from?
There's fog? What? You didn't mention fog.
I didn't see fog while I was down there.
Maybe that's aurochs, whatever an aurochs is.
I thought you said that it was a cow.
I don't know.
That is a auroch. It is a type of cow. A very large cow. But I don't think that's what awaits us down there.
Yeah, he said aurochs has worse thing than death, and I don't really know if a cow is worse than death. None of the cow, I mean, maybe he's like a fucking minotaur. Maybe they just call it aurochs.
Or what if you're like a blade of grass or something?
Is this fog supposed to be worse than death?
I don't know.
Death fog.
I'd rather not go into this if we can't see anything.
I mean, we can figure it out. I'll go first if everybody's nervous. It's just fog. Unless it's death fog.
And it's just water,
It might be death fog.
unless it's death water.
Yeah.
It might be death water.
Alright. Death water fog.
What, are you just going to jump? Or
No, I'm not. I can't really see the bottom of the water, and I'm not really in the habit.
you can't even see the water now?
Yeah, like it's if I could.
Can we see the water? Can we see the light
You
at all?
cannot see the water. You can see a small, faint, like dot of light. You believe that to be a light rock, but you're not totally sure.
Amelia's gonna hold out her rod and shoot a firebolt into the water and see if she can like see anything.
Okay. Firebolt flies and hits into the water and sizzles. The fire lights the fog, and you see the fog like glow red for a moment as it flies through, but it doesn't seem to dissipate.
It doesn't like disperse it at all
doesn't.
in any way.
I'll tell you what, everybody. I think we all gather around. I have Amelia do that again, where she shoots a firebolt in the water, and then I'll jump in afterwards, and then I'll let everybody know, and then you can all see like what happens to me, and then everybody else can just jump in.
I'm just going to walk up behind Grimtuck and push him.
Good fucking luck.
Shit. As he does that, can Amelia try and stop him?
You can absolutely try.
I mean, also, I probably wouldn't let it happen either, but I would rather Amelia come to my aid.
How would you like to try to stop him?
I would imagine Amelia just kind of turns at the last second to see him, or like because he wasn't like trying to be stealthy or anything. And so I would just kind of be like, oh, no, don't wait.
Were you trying to be stealthy first off?
Oh yeah, I definitely want to push Grimtuck into the hole.
Okay, so then you're trying to be stealthy.
Yes, I would like to try and stealth.
Stealth
Okay.
against Amelia's passive perception. That does not...
You see me coming.
You see,
Yeah,
you
my
hear
passive
the sound of a snap of twigs. You turn to see Metolius about to do this.
I'd be like, wait, no, hold on one moment. I think I have an idea.
I would say... I now need you all to roll... You two to roll initiative.
Which I have advantage on.
So do I.
3,
Sick.
actually. Yeah, because add Grimtuck to this.
Oh, you beat me to that one.
What about you, Amelia?
Keeping it real as always.
I appreciate it.
You got a nat 20 or nat 1? What the fuck?
Yeah.
But that means that Metolius would go first.
I will attempt.
Fair enough, yeah.
I'll attempt to shove Grimtuck off the edge here.
Cool.
I'm going to say, Grimtuck, you are able to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I thought it'd be opposed to athletics.
You're not looking at him, you're looking down the hole, and he's literally just like kicking you over.
Fair enough. I got advantage on them. Ah, that was bullshit. Those are 2 garbage rolls.
You feel a foot at your back,
Another
and
nat
you
1
just... Are you fucking kidding me, dude? What the fuck, man? And you tip over the side, and you feel your weight push you forward, and you kind of twist and see Metolius's foot just sticking out. As you reach for the side, you grab into some of the ivy, but you're
You just see Amelia looking over the edge at you.
As you grab, you aren't able to grab onto anything substantial, and you plummet into the water below. As you see Grimtuck plummet through the fog, the speed of this huge-ass orc does disperse the fog. You see him just splash into it, and as the fog fully disperses, as you see Grimtuck's form sink below the water for a moment, you see 5 other darkened, shadowed shapes under the water rise up next to him, and that's where we'll pick up next time. Hey yo, Chris here again. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. If you like what you heard, make sure to give a like, comment, or even share it with a friend. A 5-star review on Apple Podcasts would really help us reach a wider audience. If you like us and like to learn more about us, check out our website at www.swordcast.com. We also have a lot more character information and world information there too. Follow us on our socials at The Swordcast on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And finally, if you like us and like to help support us, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/theswordcast, where for only $5, you can listen to Matt, or Metolius, run a bunch of us through the Tomb of Annihilation module, which has been one heck of a ride. All in all, thank you so much for listening, and as always, don't worry, you'll be hearing from us soon. Bye-bye.